Hi guys, sorry for my panda eye. I love how it's just one eye. Um, I just came back from church. Um, and look, if you follow me on here and you don't want to hear about church, now would be the time to stop this video. But I find that I speak a lot about work and how that's going, but I haven't spoken about, I guess, the journey that I'm on here in my faith. I've mentioned that, I thought one of the things that I really needed to move from New Zealand to Australia, one of those main reasons was church. So that I could be part of a church again like I was when I was younger and do community with a church and have more Christian friends, which I didn't have in New Zealand. I had a few, but my body and my soul is craving that connection and overcoming the lies that I've told myself. And I have done this to myself. I have made church a place that brings about my insecurities, and I have put church in a place of judgment. And I have allowed Satan to get a hold of the sanctity of the church. And I can feel in the depths of my soul that God is calling me to do life in church. And that is a struggle with me, with my anxiety, of meeting new people, of being judged by people, that fear of rejection. And the church doesn't have that. I just feel it because I am a single, divorced, no children, 44-year-old woman. I have put that judgment on myself. And I want that to stop. And so today's sermon was on the church and seeing the church like the bridegroom. So like how loved and treasured and stuff I am as Jesus's bride. And yeah, it all spoke to me, and how important, Jesus calls us to be in connection with people of faith, and he calls us to come together in faith. And I've lost that. I had a really good faith group friends in high school and throughout university, and a really good church place in the Salvation Army in London, Ontario, from 10 to 18. And I've just never been able to recreate that. And I've had snippets and moments of it within the church in New Zealand, and I've felt the spirit in New Zealand, and I've been spoken through home groups and through sermons and stuff like that. But I know that my soul thirsts for more. And so today we got asked to come into the front, and I got prayed over for the hurt. And some of it is the hurt within the church of people who judge me for being raised in a single household, and judge me for like just who I am as a person, judge me for being divorced. But majority of it was like, I have lost what church is about. I have lost my own joy in coming to church. I love the worship and I want to love the people that are there, and I want to have connection with the people that are there, but I have allowed from COVID, I have allowed myself to go into a church and come back out, and I've been doing that the entire 20 years I was in New Zealand and the beginning of coming here. And yes, I meet with my pastor's wife. I've met with her twice now, and I am longing to have that connection. I am trying to make those things. But today was, last week was anointing. I got anointed with oil. And, I knew that God was doing something amazing. He's doing some workings within me. I can feel that. And today I answered the call to step out of faith and to go up to the front and be prayed over. And although she prayed over the hurt of who I was, the damage that the church has done, and to restore that for me, I've done that damage almost to myself. And I know, so I fell into that, like, damage the church has done to you, but also coming as a woman who needs connection and who needs more, and to be pushed to be involved more, to make the church a community for me. So I kind of stepped out in faith and went up to the front for prayer and had some tears for that, to the point where I couldn't even tell her really, because I was so, like, the spirit was so strong and it just came over me. And these are all the first steps. Friday is the gathering, where again we're going to be surrounded by people Friday night to Saturday day, and we're going to build those connections, and I know I desperately need those connections. And so that's what today was about, was being prayed over and telling them that I do want to be involved. I do want to have those connections. I just don't know how to go about doing that, and my insecurities and my anxiety get the best of me, that it's hard for that. And I want and I need God to come alongside of me and to not only push me, but to push others to be thinking of me and to offer me to get in. And then obviously I need to then say yes. So it was a powerful moment, and it all sets up to next weekend. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I think that it's important to not only share what's going on in my work life, but my spiritual life, because my spiritual life is one of the reasons I did come to New Zealand for as well, was to change this cycle, this rat race that I've been in. I've now been coming to church fully since the 13th of November. And it's like the 7th or 8th of the 9th of February. So December, January, February. So I'm almost 3 months in. And I've only missed, in 3 months, I've missed 2 services that didn't happen because I was away. 2 services being away, and 2 services because church was closed over Christmas. So I've been coming for 2 months, and people shouldn't be thinking that I'm brand new to the church, because I'm not. And that means that I need to do something about it, and I'm not exactly sure how to do that, but I know reaching out and being with Crystal, the pastor's wife, that is how I'm going to do something. So I'm so thankful for the women in the pastor, like the group of these amazing women at church who just really speak and share these messages. And yeah, church is a big one for me. It's what God calls us to. The church is community, and I need that community. I am desperate and longing for that community, and I don't think I can recreate the community I had as a youngster, and the community I still have with some people who watch this. I have got such a beautiful teenage years community of people, some of a good group of girls that I speak to quite regularly, and then I've got the odd people that I speak to every now and again that are part of that community as well. But I need it as an adult, with adult and new people. And there's three people in New Zealand, three different women in New Zealand, but we don't often sit around and have these theological discussions and talk about what we're learning and do devotions together and stuff like that, like I used to do with my high school friends. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go try to tame this panda eyes, and I'm going to just relax the rest of the day and kind of write my journal. I'm gonna put this moment in my jar because I think it's significant. In the jar of how I see God moving in my life, which also has the magical moments that my old workmates wrote for me. So I'm gonna go write that down, and finish watching Sweet Magnolia. I've just started episode 1 of season 4, so almost finished that one almost on to episode 2. So just gonna rest the next and just sit. And so thanks for coming on this crazy journey with me. In retrospect, work was good. It was full on. I do need to try to figure out how I can have more moments to sit down and be with the kids, because I am doing heaps and heaps of steps. I'm doing between probably 14,000 to 21 steps a day, and that also is telling me that I'm not sitting down and engaging enough because I'm always on my feet. So I need to figure out how to change that as well. How to take those moments when I can. And really try to do those things that I said I was going to do. And try to make those happen regardless of whether or not it's, happening or what's going on in the room. Anyways, have a good Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys probably sometime next week after the gathering, which is a retreat that my it's like a conference that my church is putting on.